Mm. I'm excited about this morning's silence. It has a new meaning to me. The tension, life's tension that's necessary for creating is what we here explore each morning. So we practice with it. We practice with what is. The tension is the what is. And we attach to it. We make up what it is. We make up it's happening to us when it just is. We'll find ourselves in the tension of a story, a situation, a condition happening to me. Making up all sorts of feelings, stories, emotions. Good, bad, personal judgments, assessments, charged positively or charged negatively. They're mine to what is. The necessary tension is for what we want is neutral, meaning for what we want to produce. The tension to get there is not good or bad. It's what we call it. From where we are to where we want to be, we might say we need to go through some shit. That's just what is. To think how much control I thought I had. It is a profound awareness for me. And thank you for letting me share this morning.
So tension means stretching, right? And attention meaning stretching our awareness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it could be a force to like a pull, a stretching. I think of stretching as like, oh, we're stretching to change our situations, to change something to change. Just, I think too often people think of tension as a negative emotion or a negative feeling, like I feel tension in my body. And so if you think of tension like the rubber band of stretching, notice that there's got to be 2 points that's stretching the rubber band. So the tension exists between the 2 points. So often we just acknowledge the emotion, the charge, the feeling of the tension. And as you said, Chi, is to be aware of the 2 points that's stretching it.
Exactly.
Thank you. And that's how it's like there's 1 point could be me and 1 point could be you. And then it's like your words, it's like how we benefit each other is because of the tension between us.
Thank you so much, Jesse. It was nice.
And if someone say Chi, you tell me something that I don't like, well, the tension was in the delivery. It's like in the interaction. And then I took apart the code, right? And my old self would have been angry, which the defense, right, is the defense we spoke yesterday. Closing off the possibilities of what you offered so no one benefits. The tension is there. It's how each of us respond to it. And we are conditioned. That is where our conditioning on the edges of that tension show up. Hmm.
For me, that's the gift of growing up in post traumatic stress. Because what's developed is an ultra sensitivity to tension. And for me, what's happened is that tension has become a guidance system. To subtle energies that push or and those tensions inform me on a moment by moment basis as I'm aware of them and deeply listen to them.
Please go talking on lunchroom instead of talking in here, please, because it's super early in the morning. Can you do that, please? Excuse me.
There's a new form of tension, huh, Craig? Thank you for sharing. You can understand your situation. A very gentle request.
So does tension create awareness, or is it awareness?
That's an interesting question.
It very is. And we'll hold that one. Good morning, Cinderella.
You would be here.
Good morning.
Morning,
Cinderella.
Cinderella.
Good morning, everyone. So good to hear your voices. I like to
And
call you.
yours.
I've missed you all.
Yours.
We've missed you too.
And you're here.
I am here. I'm here.
Welcome to tension.
Like I need tension. I guess so. Let's play with it. Let's benefit from it.
What was your first trigger when you triggered something? And I think it's what it triggers for most people when we think of tension in that split second. I or chi, that is the tension, right? We're speaking right now between, is it the awareness or the tension that shows up first? So you're helping, you're our lab rat.
Well, This feels like two things happened at one time. So, you know how things are expressed through me, I'll share. Tension. I am where I am because that's where I am, but I'm called to so much more. And yet I'm satisfied where I am, but it's not enough. There's always so much more. Will I live in the place that I am and call it a comfort zone, or will I expand on the high seas, not knowing what's going to be because I'm called and I feel the wind and the breeze and the horizon says, come on, there's more, please. And I don't know, but I can't stay. But ooh, let's go. Because there's so much more to living, even that which now I know. Yeah, I'm triggered. I'm triggered because I'm damn mad that I know there's more. And I've confined and defined and complied. And I've got this ball on me that says you're everything in history. But my heart, it's all the way beyond me because there's infinity. And I'm not limited to this body, but I'm limited to this body. Mm-mm. There's gotta be more. I know there's gotta be more, or I wouldn't even think that there is more. So I look around and I want to go, I want to go, I want to go, I want to go, but I want to be safe at the same time. What is that? What is safe? Because yesterday was yesterday, and this right now, it's just a space. I got the power to make a choice all the time, to go in a direction where there's a whole bunch of no's, but are they no's? Who's saying no? Is it outside, inside, upside down? Where's the no, 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 no? No. Release, release, release. No. Don't go, don't go, don't go. Release, release. No. And yes, I'm out there. I'm out there, I'm riding the high seas, and I have no sense of security. All I can say is, more, please. And somebody said no, but who says no? What answer is that? Those no's, no sound, they no, nothing, no's, no's. Why do I let those no's sink into my heart deeper than I let my yeses soar? No. Who says no? You say no. You say no. But it's from the inside out. That's the way that I have to go. Just want you to know. I've been all the way as far as I could go. And now I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy my coffee because I've already been where I'm coming from. And now I'm just back again. And I love the expansion of life. So I can sit here and consider in my mind all things that are strife. But those are the no's, because I've already been where I'm coming from, and I'm going to go again. And I appreciate all of you for the journey that we take from within. Happy Sunday, Monday, Tuesday morning. Time is really irrelevant. And spaces too. Spaces too. But gosh, I get to mingle my spirit, my soul, it soars. Every time. Isn't it something? When I come back to you. God bless you all for the spirits that you bring in, the songs that you sing, and the triggers that you trigger. Thank you for triggering me. Thank you for your trigger. I appreciate them triggers because there is no ball and there is no chain and there is no limitation. And no, I am not insane. Well, really, I am. It's okay. It's all good. This is living.
Yes.
Thank you for breathing. Mm.
Wow. Thank you.
That was amazing, Sandro. I love being out on the ocean.
Yeah, that was great, Johnny. Sandro.
Mm.
Ah, thank you. Just to see all your names, it triggers, it brings me back to my wondrous reality. No limitations, and yes, triggers. So what? It's all okay. It's my heart that sings.
Mm. I love that phrase. So there are triggers, so what? My heart is singing.
Mm.
That's the anchor, right? The singing heart.
Mm. Yes.
And the shooting star.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes. The shooting star calls you from beyond where you are. You can answer it or go with it or admire it. It's all good.
And that's what we've been speaking to is the tension. The tension is just what is.
Mm.
It is. Tension is what it is.
Ooh.
It's what's necessary. But
Yeah.
us attaching our story, moods, narratives, feelings to it isn't. So thank you for sharing authentically what triggered you in a split second by just hearing the word tension and then you putting and bringing out your awareness of it, sharing it with all of us together. So I think that would be my answer to that beautiful question, Chi. Look at how much we're using your word today.
Mm. Oh, chi, your word. Chi.
Oh, Sandra.
Chi is energy. Oh my God. Oh my God. I didn't know that's where it came from. That's so awesome, Chi.
Mm.
Chi is energy. And I was thinking this, you were speaking, Jesse, about tension. My heart was beating. Boom, 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 boom,
Mm.
boom. On the bump, it is tension. If there's no tension, there's no life.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes.
Yep.
There's no
That's
creation.
exactly what Jason said.
Boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom,
Wow,
boom.
Sandra.
Doing the
I
boom.
love it.
Hey, yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Oh man. I'm going to tell you something. I've been away for a while. I'm going to tell you something, but no condolences. No condolences. No condolences. I lost a dear friend who lives upstairs from me. I believe she has a release from life
Mm.
without tension.
Mm. And so we honor what she was to you in her form, in her physical form, so that you could get to know her energy.
And the great energy she had. Boy, she was a firecracker. She was cantankerous with a smile. She was feisty. She was feisty. Her expression was, how can argumentative be sweet at the same time? Mm. She was my mom's age. Her and my mom and her husband have been really good friends to my mom. So they were her neighbors first. And then when I moved back here, they became my neighbors.
The
Thank you.
continual arriving and leaving in life. Eh?
Say that again, please.
The continual arriving and
Mm-hmm.
leaving in
Mm-hmm.
life.
Mm. That's what I feel like when I can't get back here to you guys. I like we're like, where did the day go? Where did the hour
Mm.
go? Today I got to arrive again
Mm.
to
Mhm.
this life force, this chi, this energy.
Mm. This awareness,
Awareness.
this presence.
Where my heart beats, where I'm aware of my heartbeat.
Mm. You sing the song of the vibration usually for us.
Oh,
That's my experience. You know, Cinderella, the very first time I heard your voice, there was a part of me that felt like, I guess, like a little girl jumping up and down, and then like a teenager going on a razzle. And you have that capacity to be that, and then to match very deep pain. It was a feeling of coming home for me when I heard your voice.
You're touching my heart so deep right now. So deep.
You really have a universal energy. That's how I would put it. And you feed it back to us like a mama bird.
Mhm.
I'm remembering that I thought about you yesterday at the end of a session that I had with a client. And it had been a very, how can one say, a very impactful session for her. You know, sometimes when you're in conversation, you like there's a whole unraveling of awarenesses, right?
Mhm.
And I was, you know, there were lots of tears. Um, and I was a little bit concerned, like I do get after sessions like that, that perhaps there's, you know, there might be an overload. It might be just too much. And so I was waiting, for, you know, just for her to settle. And then she said to me, I don't know that I know, what did she say? I couldn't have dreamt that I would get to see all of this without you.
Oh my God.
And then I said to her, you know, I acknowledged it, you know, so I acknowledged that. And I said to her, and what I've got, I was given by others. And then she looked at me and she smiled this huge, big smile. And it came to her and she said, so it's always teamwork, isn't it? Isn't that divine?
It's wonderful.
So I thought of you because in the one session, you know, when when you'd done your poetry for us and we were thanking you and you said, but you couldn't do it if it wasn't for the energy that you get when you come in.
Absolutely.
And that's acknowledging connection, hey? And
Yes.
it's heart connection specifically.
Hmm. Thank you for saying all of this.
You're so welcome. It was wonderful to be able to speak to it.
So I'm laying down and I could be aware awareness, I could really just feel my heart beating. I could feel the chi.
Mm.
I could feel the expansion, the boom. I don't always feel that. I'm not always aware of that.
Mm.
And before you started talking, even though we're spiritual, it's the spirit that moves the body from where it is to where it's going in the tension.
Mm-hmm.
And before you started talking, I reached my hand out to just let the tips of my fingertips dance back and forth as you reached back to me. And then you started talking. I was experiencing me touching you and you touching me. And you spoke. And you played the strings of my heart in gratitude. It is teamwork.
That's why I love those mirror neurons that we were gifted. Mm. I should find a picture of them.
Oh, gee, if you can, did you aware in the question?
Yeah. Your word was tension, right?
Yes.
The tension is like awareness. But yeah, I was just thinking about, is it awareness or yeah, or does it create awareness?
Or does it sustain awareness?
Mm.
Yes.
Mm.
I think awareness opens our attention to the existence of tension, which we could say in the conversation today is our life force. And that life force is always there, as we know. But
Right.
our awareness brings our attention to it. And so then our focus, as opposed to our focus on other things that might not be as fundamental and often way more personal, and also often way more in terms of what we have, in inverted commas, outside material things. But when we put our focus on life itself and that connection, in other words, to the tension, it's a whole different experience.
My heart is jumping.
Mine too.
Mm. So yesterday, my daughter she called and said, Mom, I'm coming home. I'm like, okay, I'll be here. So she was supposed to be here at 1 o'clock. So I'm anticipating her, but I know my daughter. So I called daughter. I said, hey, how's your ETA? Mom, I haven't even left yet. And I'm ashamed to say I'm not even dressed yet. I said, okay, great. I'm not dressed yet either. It's that kind of day. I'll see you when you get here. What's your ETA? I'll say 3. Cool. Because where we are, I like to go out and help her bring her bags in. I call. Well, wait a minute. I was doing something she wouldn't want me to do. I just had to start moving furniture around. So I really wanted to kind of get everything done like it's been done, like way before now. But I had this hankering to move furniture around. Now I have some uncomfortable tension in my right arm that's been hanging around since Thanksgiving before last. And so she's really like honorary with me about doing too much with it. But I wanted to get it done. Talk about tension. So I was like, I called her. Hey, how you doing on the road? Well, I'm in the car, Mom, but I really want to take you out to dinner. I'm like, okay, I'll be ready. Hang up the phone. I need to move this whole couch all the way over there. But these end tables are hanging around it and they have books in it and they are heavy. So I had no energy to do anything before. But now I'm scurrying. Empty the tables from the books. Move things from around the couch. Clear the area where the couch is going. Vacuum the floor. Hurry up, put the vacuum up. Don't want her to know what I'm doing. Okay, let's get this couch over there. Oh, thank God it's not heavy. Whoops, stop. There's something stored underneath there. Take that out. Okay, hurry up, move the couch. Oh, this is easy. Good. Don't use your right arm because she cannot see you flinching with your right arm because she's going to say, Mom, what did you do? And you got to be able to finish this. You got to be able to finish this so it looked like it's always been here, like I didn't just start this a few minutes ago. Gotta move this table. Oh my goodness. Gotta move these plants. Oh, gotta situate things. Oh, okay. Let me help quickly change these pictures because it's gotta look like it's been like this all the time. So she don't fuss with me because I don't want her to fuss with me because she'll fuss with me lovingly and gingerly. But when did she become the mother? Doesn't matter. Don't want her to come home and have to fuss. Even though it's lovingly. I love it. It's okay. All right. Couch in place. Shift plants in place. Okay, it's not perfect because everywhere where I'm moving it from, all of the stuff I don't know what to do with, I'm just gonna sit it over there and let her know that, baby, I needed your help in situating all of that stuff over there. Just so it's just so. But over here, we have a cozy place where we can sit and watch K-dramas and admire each other. And you can just come in and relax. Wow, that was a lot of tension, but I got everything in order. I got the mess neatly stacked up over there. She can help me with that if she really cares. She came in and there she had all the stuff in her hand and she put everything down. And I said, okay, now hug me. She released so much tension. I released so much tension. I was so proud of myself. I had everything out the way and everything, and just in a place of my arm wasn't hurting in my back either. And she could come and just be her, and I could just adore her. And wow, all that tension created a movement. I wanted to get things moving like a month ago, and it was great. But that hug was just
Magical.
magical.
Mhm.
Was the end and the beginning.
Mhm.
Such as tension is.
It pulled me to create. Tension is beautiful. I never really sat with tension before, like I do with us, to understand how it, it's that I have a girlfriend that prays. She talks about the dudamus power. It's chi, it's life force, it's energy.
And it's calling. Tension's calling.
Hmm.
What's it calling? Attention to what is.
Because that's your best starting point to all of what is.
All of what is.
That's when you go beyond the personal.
Yes. I think up to the horizon, it's personal, but the tension calls from beyond the horizon, from beyond the
Mm.
known.
Mm.
Mm.
And we don't know what it's saying, what it's calling for. But it's calling for that step,
Mm.
for that movement.
Ooh, ooh, that
That,
step right there.
that experience, the experience of the step, the engagement into the experience.
Oh my God. Talk about it.
That, that is the beauty of tension.
Talk about that step. That step. That one right there. Ooh.
That step is filled with the no, with the outside, with the past, with the ball, the chain, and everyone else's.
Mm.
But there's still that draw to the yes, that next step. With faith, with trusting, with trusting our inner self, the exploration from within. Even when everything on the outside is saying no. Even in that step, uncertain, fearful, scary, and I just don't like it. But it's that step is required, even in the situations we don't like, even where we are, where we're dissatisfied. That step is there to get us through it. Into the next one, and the next one.
Yeah. Oh my God. What attraction is. Where you step
Yes,
into it, and it's like you're going into the Mari clay. Jesse, talk about the tension in the heart, the pump of the heart to lift up the leg, to take that step. What is that? What's that? Right there.
I don't know if it's mine.
Okay, you called me out, but if it was yours, what would it be?
I'll take it. I was leaving room for anyone else.
You're not gonna get away with it, Jesse. Sorry.
Well, the tension comes with a manual, right? I mean, we all know the manual. I'm just following the rule. Like so often that tension is writes a little note, drops it on your lap, and gives you all the instructions.
What does the note say?
Yeah, well, first of all, that doesn't happen, so I'll go with my best note. In that same moment that we opened tension with you, it was in that split second that we heard a breakthrough. I heard you gasp in a way that said, "Oh boy, like there's something here," and then you released it in that next moment. And it was what I listened, and like in that first step, it's like the heart with you, a question was there. You became aware of the tension between it, and rather than following it, like being stuck in that initial reaction, you paused and listened to your heart. That is what we do with the heartbeat. With just before that we take that step, that heartbeat requires, that step requires the heartbeat. It used to, as children, as young, before words, we used to just follow it. So it's our first patterns. It's our first behavior until we learned something else, another way, something different. And so as I realized that the tension I was looking at tension differently up until yesterday, which meant I could break through it, see it a different way, and see it just as it is rather than needing to be something else. Tension had to be good. So, what would I do in my structure to make the tension good? I was manipulating tension. And when the tension just is, we can align that to our heart and find within how to flow with it, how to be fluid with it, how to know that it's just this next step will hurt. This next step may not be pleasant. This next step may not get me right where I want to be, but it gets me there. And in that, I can trust the step. I can trust the tension of what's there. I can let it be. Dropping those stories, those feelings, those emotions, leaving them in every step along the way. But it's listening to that heartbeat and not all the no's that we've come in with.
Mm. There was an amazing description of awareness. Thank you for asking him, Sindrel.
Mm. Yep. Awareness.
It's
Wow.
so interesting. What's so interesting for me is that I was thinking all through this week with the conversations, how much emotion is the key to to it's what lies on the edge of vibration, or you could say that vibration is the anchor to the emotion, and awareness is probably the most neutral of our emotions, even though we don't consider it to be an emotion, because it's a real integration of the heart and the mind. You can't separate the heart and the mind in awareness. And maybe as I'm saying that, maybe what it is that in the heart of awareness is the integration of emotion and mind. And then there is much more around it. If I'm in full awareness, I have that sound current reverberating. It is so loud. And that's life's vibration.
life vibration resonates with awareness to experience the vibration. It's like now it's the boom is so exhilarating. I feel it like in my whole body, all my extremities. And all I can be in is like to enjoy this wonderful state of insufficient praise that just continues to rhythmize and exhilarate. It's truly like allowing self to pull up to the gas pump of energy, life force. Exhilaration. There's so much propaganda where you could, when you pull up to the gas tank, you can get different grades. And always filling up with the everyday stuff of, what is it, 89, the low grade. And as you look across and see the mid grade, the high grade, and the diesel, I don't even know what the diesel would do for me for anything. But always getting the low grade because you get more for your money and the car will still go. But as we pull up to the spirituality and extension and expansion of life, I want to get this high grade. I'm just going to see where it takes me. And let's go. I'll say excuse me, but I'm not saying excuse me. I'm in a system where I get the low grade because I'm thinking maximizing, economizing, all of that BS. Fuck the low grade. I'm going high test all the way, baby.
I was laughing because how can I ever go to a gas station the same way ever again?
They do say the pattern plays everywhere.
Now get what your car requires, but hey, you break the pattern in your mind of just accepting low grade or mid grade.
That's right. That's right. It's all, yep. I put the low grade in too. Heck yes. I see the immediate return.
But we won't let the patternize our heart for the exhilaration to enjoy the tension, to ride the tension of life. Peg it for what it is, but not in compliance to let it solidify a pattern that we no longer desire to be confined or conform to. Awareness of the patterns that keep us in patterns. Go, Jesse.
That's right. That's and that separation of them. It's like I can say, it's like when I separate the pattern, there's attention to it, awareness to it, and I can say, oh yeah, I can run this pattern here, but I won't run this pattern here. because
Mm.
I've separated them.
Mm.
That's the power of awareness.
Mm.
Now, sometimes it
Hey,
happens instantly, sometimes it takes practice. Those patterns,
Mm.
they are tracks in the mud, they are tracks in the snow, and it's not easy to get out of tracks. Because it's creating new behaviors. So that takes attention, takes intention,
mm,
takes a lot of energy.
mm.
Mm. Mm.
Oh my God, I'm getting so juiced up over here. This is like awesome. Because I can see things that that I will, I'm watching my words, that I get to choose to do from today throughout next week, and to be aware of the patterns that I did last week that I didn't even think about.
Mm.
And I'm already anticipating so much more creation from the heart, not in the compliance, but in the heart. Not doing things just because that's how it's been done, but do it from the heart. And so I may have some conversations that are not like in best practices. I may have some conversations that will totally throw off the quorum of conversation. Because, sometimes people that are in positions, they get tired of being recognized for their position. They want to be talked to as the person that they are,
Yep.
or that they think that they're becoming to be. But they need to make that next step without all of the protocol of everything. Just, yes, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Using the tension to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Being fluid with the tension that is. This is where we are, that's where we're going. This is where we are, that's where we would like to be. This is where we are, that would be nice.
Mm.
Just a sliver, like that out there is just a sliver of what it could be, and it can be so much else. But it's that step, and then that sliver gets a little different look, and then there's one that shows up behind it, and it's like, okay, then that's next too, and it's like all of that in the next step.
Oh, I got a new question. When someone says no, hey, where's that word? Where's that no coming from?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Tension.
Where is no coming from?
Probably the past.
Well, let's explore that. It is, yes, from the past, and is there anything that you can't say yes to?
I don't even know how to approach that. Let me play with that for a little bit. Is there anything?
I could think of a few,
Care
but
care
they're
to
not.
share.
Yeah, but they're not. They're not with. Yeah. Well, let's just put it in this way, and that would be the abuse of power.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
But that aside, I don't have an answer.
Who's here? Thank good. So where's the abusive power being focused?
I really don't know how to answer that question. Well, okay, so it's where is it being focused? Okay, so it's focused on automatic patterns, learned automatic patterns, and then on, for me, scarcity and greed.
Are you abusing? Like here, we're working in the what can't you say no, what can't you say yes to? It's like, is the abusive power someone else?
No,
Something
I
else.
couldn't say yes. I couldn't say yes to connecting to or joining with the
Yeah,
intention
gotcha.
of abusive power.
There you go. So someone else's abusive power, it's not yours. Yeah, good. And they're doing it to some victim, and you're saying, no, not me.
Yeah.
So you couldn't say yes to that. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
But there is a way that you could say yes to not engage with them.
How would I? So then what would I be saying yes to? I'd be saying yes to no.
That's right. Yes to not engaging with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be saying yes to your own choice, regardless of what's
That's right.
going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is what that if we say no, we could always say yes.
Correct.
That's where no is easy. No is the lazy answer. No is the I'm not even going to think about it answer. Because there's always a yes, even if we don't want to do it. Now I get like it's fun to play with, but even if like there's still a way to say yes and not have to do it.
It depends on where you're focusing your it.
And your creativity and your creation with it. Yes.
So again, there's choice.
No, a no is a choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I believe so often our no's are just so automatic. That's the beauty of them, because the no, it's all, there's nothing more. And it's like that has no thought to it. It means that it's been the same way all the time, every time, and we know that that's not true. When the Cinderella is there, it's like you can ask, well, what are you saying no to? Then they have to think about it. And then you see the space in which, oh, well, I was thinking about it this way. And then, oh, okay, I wouldn't even think of it. I know you weren't. I wasn't thinking about your way. Space. You open to the space. That's all no. All no needs is some space.
And then
That's
the
why I
N
love it.
gets separated from the O.
Yes.
And the N is open on the bottom, and the O is a closed circle, and there's space between them.
Mm.
and the N goes and the O goes ah, and then it opens up more sound and it dissipates. The O becomes a circle that you can keep going around, the pattern around, the pattern around. And then it's 360 degrees, and on every degree, and in between every degree, and in between every degree, there's a choice to take a step, to explore that space. And there's so much opportunity. Oh my goodness. Did you have to think? Did you have to be aware? Did you have to see the choices that are abounding? And you said no to all of this.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay if you want to not let your heart beat, if you don't want to see, but all of this really, really, you're just going to let all of this go by and live in the past and in a pattern and in not thinking and not feeling and not counting your self-awareness. Okay, I respect you, but I won't be there with you. Though I'm here right now just to open it up a little bit more. There is space if you want to, but who's to say the right and the wrong? I'll just hang around on one of these little curves and sing a song. And maybe the melody will seep into your heart and you'll consider maybe you have a few moments to make a new start. Why not? You can always go back to the pattern, or can you? Can you go back to yesterday? Can you go back to not being aware? Got you. Got me? Meeting of the minds. We thank you for playing with me, meeting of the minds, even though you didn't want to participate. But I just wanted to leave a little rainbow with you in case you decide to choose to let your yes be yes and know it's your yes. And it's not my yes. I'm just hanging out on the rainbow of the barometer of time and spinning it with you and watching you expand. And I get to see it and experience it too. Thank you for letting me spend this time with you.
Yes, and what's next? That's the beauty of the yes and. Yes and next is space or no. That's the end. It's done. So let's not end on the no. We end on the yes and. What's next? It's a whole lot different sense to the tension that is there. Mm, 10 minutes. What would we like to recap, share, complete so that we scatter?
For me,
How
it's
did
a song.
how did our words play in? Sorry, Allison. How did our words weave into today? Thank you, Allison.
Thanks, Jason. For me, it's a song of the heart and awareness of the song of the heart. And the tension that gets resolved in harmonies.
For me, it's being aware of the tension and greeting it with joy in the next step, and knowing that step may create all new patterns. And isn't that really what I want? And yes,
Thank you. Life's tension is amazing. It's all right there for us to do whatever we want with it. We can say no. And we can say yes. Its tension is just there. And I still got a long ways to go being with what is just there. And as this all started, it is just so much better to do it together.
With attention and intention.
Yes, and attention. Yes, and attention, intention, and tension.
Yeah, when people they don't listen to you, right? Just because of the ego is too big. They're just playing the big fish in the small pond. So short term, self-destructive.
Mm-hmm.
A version of no. A flavor of no. Oh, wait, I know that is a version of no.
You think they know.
Mhm. It's this way means it can't be anything else.
This is what I know, but I know I don't know what I don't know.
Mm. What an invitation that is.
Yes.
An invitation to collaborate, to come together, to see someone else, because someone else will have a better interpretation, will have better scenery than we have.
But it's the courage to sit in a space where you don't know.
Mm.
Yes. Yes.
It takes hard.
Yeah.
But that's well, for me this morning, I think what I'll put together, Sandra, is that courage is a song of the heart, is the capacity to listen, To the song of the heart.
Mm.
So is it Julie Andrews that goes and sings on the top of the mountain? Dun, 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 dun. I don't know the words.
Mm.
It's the sound of music.
Mhm.
Mm. Freedom, courage, freedom. That you don't have to contain it all. You don't have to own you. The power is in living in the power,
Expansion.
not having the power. What you say?
Sorry, I said when you said the power is in, what came was expansion.
Mm-hmm. That's the name of my last piece of artwork. I don't think I shared it with you guys. Um, where is it? Photos.
Expanding compassion.
Mm.
Cheese all gone.
I don't know if I can share it in this chat. Paste. Yeah. I shared it in the chat.
Oh my God. Central, that is absolutely stunning. That is so beautiful.
You said the word. That's the name of it. Expansion.
Hmm.
Thank you for sharing that. It's so beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you for appreciating it.
Thank you for sharing. Hmm. Hmm.
Can you speak into the picture, Denzel? Is it two circles outside a circle and one circle inside a circle? Or what is it?
I'm sorry. I'm not understanding your words. It sounds muffled.
The pictures you share.
Yes. What were you asking?
Um, can you please elaborate on the picture?
Yes. I was inspired to give a gift to each one of my children, and I was having the hardest time doing one for my son. He's always studying, always expanding the spiritual and the physical world. And it's universes of universes.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look down to the
Yeah.
bottom left circle, you'll see a whole bunch of little swoofy dots going off. They're really small. You have to expand it to see it. And those are even more universes that are so easily not engaged with if we're not aware of them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And the exploratory expansion of life is so infinite. And I just captured a perspective of it from my heart, not to encapsulate it all, that it is all.
Thank you.
Thank
It's
you for
beautiful.
asking. In the center, there's, if you like, between the two worlds and above the one on the bottom, there are some, there's an insignia in there, and he's a Gemini. So
Like me.
right there, right there, you'll see it's a hint. It comes up looking a little yellowish. That's the star lineup of his horoscope, Gemini.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And how big is the picture? How big is it?
Oh, it's like 6 by 6.
Wow.
Is that 6? 1,
6
2,
feet or
3,
6 feet, 6
4,
inches?
4. It's more like 4 feet by 4 feet. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Yeah. No, that's gorgeous. It's wonderful. There's so much light and shadow in here. It's really stunning.
It is.
I love the colors.
I love the circles.
Mm.
What I say with the circles is like they all have your shape to them, meaning it's like the right side of all the circles are perfect. And then you come down to the bottom left, the 9 to 6, and it's like, oh, there's a shave on the left side of it. Oh, the dark side is like, oh, I just love it, right? It's not a, and that's what make them stand out. It's all the symmetry of them, right? Those 3 circles. It's a triangle right there. It's just draws me to it. And it's not the perfect circles that draw people's attention.
Perfect circles always seem flat.
The full bottom circle, it has that wispiness around it. That's actually grains of dirt that came from a place identified to me as this actual center of the earth. So I put it in there with the paint.
What an amazing gift to give to your child. I've been given paintings by my daughter. And drawing.
Yeah. I have pictures that my children did when they were children. Yeah. So thank you for letting me share here.
I'd like to say thank you to everybody that held space today and for them really beautiful, wonderful, expansive conversations through your focus, Jessie. Thank you. I hope to see you soon.
Yes, thank you all. We'll call it good for today. Thank you.
Thank
you all.
you.
Have a lovely
Bye.
day.
Bye,
Bye for now.
everyone. Thank you.